honored to present. I have been waiting for weeks to do this, and I'm so excited. Not just because we're going to be meeting really someone who is so special and changing the fragrance world, Barbara Orbison, but we are also going to be showing you a perfume that is going to be featured in that #1 talk show host magazine as her pick next month. It's going to be in the swag bag of all the great Academy Award presenters. It's a fragrance called Pretty Woman. And take a look. You are not only getting the full size, but you're also getting the travel size as well. $62.70. Where else can you do Pretty Woman for that price? Nowhere in the entire world. C75182 is your item number, but I'm really honored to bring in our very special guest. Wife of the legendary artist Roy Orbison, Barbara Orbison is here because she has been working in her entire life creating amazing fragrances, amazing opportunities for women to be their best. And Barbara, you're just like some hot stuff going on around here. Girl, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. I have
What do you mean, thanks for having you? It's our honor. I smell this perfume, and we love it. I want to talk a little bit about you, because this perfume is going to change the way people think about perfume in general. You've been in fragrances all of your life. You've been playing with fragrance all your life. Tell us a little bit about that.
You know, I have waited a lifetime. I am so excited to come talk to you and tell you my story.
Right.
When I was 13 years old in Germany, the first time I created my own fragrance.
Right.
I took my mother's, my father's, my aunt's, and I mixed them all together. Don't know what it smelled like, but loved it, obviously.
Loved it.
16 years old, I went to southern France.
Right.
Capital of the best oils in the world.
Right.
And I found essential oils. And that's when I decided that I must create my own fragrance.
Right.
Then I got like sort of like
so good.
Something changed because at 17 I met Roy Orbison. I fell in love with him. He asked me to marry him. Got 2 boys. And 20 years later, still wanted to do a fragrance, and I did.
Well, I want to tell you, the story is so interesting, but the fragrance, I really want to get into this because here's the deal. It's only going to be for this hour at this price. A lot of you have heard the buzz about it, seen it in all of the beauty magazines, you know, in that #1 beauty magazine in New York. However, at $62.70, this is the only place that you are able to do Pretty Woman at this price. I want to talk about this because when I first I'm not, normally when I smell a perfume, I'm like, wow, too floral, or wow, too deep, too rich, too woodsy. You have the perfect blend, and this is something for you that started over 30 years ago, just this blend.
Yes, it did. And I always wanted to have like a fragrance that created a sense of mystery. I wanted to invite the world into me, and not a fragrance that met me like at the front door.
Right.
That before you open the front door, they say, oh, there she's coming. And what really happened with this one is that I wore it, and I was stopped all the time because somebody would say to me, oh, what are you wearing? Where can you buy it? Where
it gives
can
you
I
a little bit of tingles, doesn't it, when you stop people in the hallway? Okay, so let's talk about how, because the coolest thing about Pretty Woman that I've never experienced with a fragrance before is the layers, and that on me it smells one way, and on Barbara it smells another way, but there's layers of fragrances in here that are done beautifully.
You know, it's incredible because a fragrance has notes. I only lived with a musician, and I thought every note was a musical note.
Right.
Here I'm learning about notes.
Right.
So fragrance has a note, and the note they need to be arranged. So the top note for my fragrance is bergamot. And then the middle one that holds it like sort of like all together is, and look what I brought here.
Right, carnations.
It's red. It's a red rose, not just any rose, red rose. And happy Valentine's to all of you girls out there. It's a red carnation.
Right.
Stargazer lily.
Here, I'll bring the Stargazer lily. Where's the Stargazer lily? There it is, right
there
here.
It is.
Right.
And then the bottom notes, and that is what you describe as woodsy.
There is something a little, what's kind of neat about this fragrance, if you love a fragrance that will make you feel like your own woman, this is it. I've been in this business for a long time, girl. I've never smelled anything like this. There is that layering, that little bit of a floral, there a little bit of a woodsy. And I almost say, like, it's really fresh. And like you said, it kind of wears on every woman differently. But there's even something a little, like, sexy about it.
It definitely
Are
is
a lot
sexy.
of it sexy about it? Am I allowed to say that?
But I need to tell you about the bottom notes
Let's do
here.
it.
It's vanilla,
Okay.
amber, patchouli, sacred incense.
La.
How can that not help?
That can always help.
And that, I think that kind of puts it all into this great, great package. And every time that I apply it, it brings out something incredible.
Right.
That invites the world in. And for you, it's something different. Yesterday, I was somewhere, and a girlfriend of mine said, smell this. And she put her arm to my face, and I smelled it, and I said, what is that? And she started laughing. She said, that is your Pretty Woman. And it smelled so different on her.
Isn't it interesting?
Yes.
Well, I want to say this. Next month, you are going to see Pretty Woman in the #1 daytime talk show host magazine as her pick. You are getting in on it for the very first time at a price that Barbara has not offered anyplace else in the entire world. This price is a surprise price. You get it at the lowest price in the world for the next few hours. That's it. It ends at the end of the hour or at the end of at midnight tonight. But here's what Barbara has also done. We were talking beforehand, and so many of us get up, we run out the door without having our fragrance. Barbara has also given us this purse spray. This is not just a little vial. This is the spray of the Pretty Woman in a travel size for you. So here's what I want you to do. Get in on what everybody is talking about. It has only been in the marketplace for now 6 months. I've never smelled anything like it. If you love florals, this is for you. If you love a little bit woodsy, this is for you. It is that, I've never, Barbara, smelled anything like, did Roy like this? Did Roy like this perfume?
He loved it. You know, I wore it, and he loved it. I mean, we have a picture of him here.
You know what?
Me.
You look just as good. Look at you, you little mix. Look at you.
And look at that. Like with now, Roy, we are having to your song, Pretty Woman, as signature.
Right.
Fragrance, which is mine, which you loved. So.
And let me ask you a question, because I think that it's really important that women know this. When Barbara designed this, one of the things we talked about today is this isn't just about a fragrance. You named this Pretty Woman because you think every woman should feel great every day.
I know. Every woman is a pretty woman.
Yeah.
Every woman needs to be empowered. And you know, a fragrance is something that instantaneously you are memorable.
Right.
You can feel glamorous, you can be sexy, and I love using it. It gives me like a lift. When I'm tired, I have to go somewhere, I just spray it on and I'm ready to go.
I have to tell you, for those of you that are watching, we only have less than 200 remaining. The price goes up at midnight. Here's what I'm going to encourage you to do. I don't think that I've ever said how much I'm in love with a fragrance as I am standing right in front of you with Pretty Woman. It is so exciting to offer something that is so amazing. I've never smelled anything like it. I hope that you reach out and try this at the best price in the entire world. You get the additional purse spray as well. Barbara, you are a delight. I know that we are going to see you here often. And happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's to you.
She's so amazing. I hope that you did
and
this
happy
for yourself.
Valentine's to all of you.
Thank
Enjoy.
you so much.
Okay.
Thanks for sharing it with us. Now, for those of you out there at $62.70, don't miss out on the best price in the world.